When you have nothing to support the instrument other than your hand, collarbone, and the bow, then that takes a while to become natural. But just takes perseverance. So anyway, that was the hardest thing, certainly. Whereas we can never know what the way they played actually sounded like. We can certainly know how they thought about music. And we can certainly know that modern instruments do not produce the same kind of sound or the same volume as the earlier instruments do. We can certainly know about the use of vibrato and how that changed, even from hearing recordings from 100 years ago.
One of the great moments for me teaching at Juilliard is through my students. Their teachers, big famous teachers, are asking questions. I taught a student of Itzhak Perlman, and he's not a Baroque violinist, incredible violinist, but I mean, I think he's not a Baroque violinist. But his student, he had to sign a paper and allow his student to have lessons with me, and so he comes in and he has his Baroque bow in his case, and he says, "Oh, give me that. Let me see what this is. Oh." And it's like they're looking at it. And Robert Mann from the Juilliard Quartet, the same thing. He was saying, ask Cynthia, what about the tempo of this allemande? And how do they do this dance? And they're my mentors, my famous people that I've listened to in concerts and recordings my whole life are suddenly thinking, what is this? And they're learning through their students.
The musicians, the Chinese musicians that I've met have just been absolutely wonderful. The students in the course that we've been teaching have been absolutely wonderful. Such hardworking, intelligent, curious, and courteous students. They've really been great, and we've thrown a lot of new concepts at them, and they've done a beautiful job of absorbing it. And of course, Shan, who's put this whole thing together, has an amazingly broad set of skills, not just as a musician, but as an entrepreneur, to make this happen and bring us all here together to work on music on the other side of the world.
I think first of all you have to have the courage to get rid of the printed page, because most pianists, for example, we're all given printed editions of this music with accompaniments that are written out by an editor. And it's very terrifying, it was for me, to let go of that whole idea of the security of the printed page and somebody else's notes, and just have the bass line there, and then to learn how to improvise. But I think it's something that jazz musicians have in their background, and it's something that organists can do, like on hymn tunes, but it's scary to improvise. So I think the first thing is you have to have curiosity about what would it be like not to have something you're reading, but something you are creating on the spot.
Even when I never even knew what early music was or what it meant, I was always interested in the history behind music I was playing, and also because my father is a composer, I was always caring about what the composer intended, and try to imagine a personal relationship with the composer. So when I started seeing people doing this with Baroque music, doing the research and caring about every detail, that really appealed to me. So then what inspired me the most, having this tendency already, was hearing some great players that truly made me see it happen.
Conductors serve an important function. They serve a function of making rehearsals go faster. That's their number one thing. So if you're without a conductor, it means that you have to have much more of a collection of individual souls going to the same spot. So a conductor can make things happen in the 20th century financially much easier. But affecting the sound, I find that without a conductor, this whole element of a performer taking important part to the music itself. As I was saying the other day, when people start ornamenting music, they become a composer. They become much more enhanced into the music itself and becomes part of them. So the minute you're dealing with a conductor, when you deal with a conductor, then it goes beyond you as well. It becomes somebody else's music more than your music.
我很多的老师对我进入古乐界帮助非常大的人，竟然都是Lyle的学生。可以说Lyle Nordstrom 教授在美国古乐界基本上是资格最老的一位。我现在的很多老师对我帮助非常大的人，在他们的职业生涯的初期都受到过Lyle非常多的帮助。
Whereas in early music ensembles, they're obviously smaller in number. Each of us has more responsibility. Each of us has something. There's room for more contribution.
就觉得这次的机会挺难得的，很少有说这么多的教授一起过来，水平都是非常高的，都是最高级的这些教授过来给我们上课，而且能给新乐上这么多次课，真的在其他的地方的音乐节一般很少。所以这次呢，我也跟他聊过，他觉得受益匪浅。
古典音乐从发展的过程来看，其实巴洛克时期是很辉煌的一个时期，也是一个高峰时期。尤其是在这个时期，我觉得它的门道还有一些讲究是最多的，所以我觉得这是真真正正需要学习的。所以我觉得我们办这次活动呢，也是希望能够让更多的国内的学习古典音乐的爱好者对古典音乐有一个认识。因为我想说的一句话就是，我觉得科技或者是经济这些东西都可以走捷径，但是音乐或者说文化上面的东西一定是不能缺课的。
我其实对这次的活动还是非常满意的，特别是今天我们下午刚刚结束的那一场巴洛克之音大师团队的演出，再加上前7天学员来上课啊，每位大师每天都精心准备了相关专业的讲座，然后每天大师团队还有对外开放的一些排练，所有来的一些学员、家长以及观众都非常的满意，所以我也对这次的活动感觉非常的欣慰。